And I walked in, and my boss was like, she walked in that morning and went, "Morning, Jesus Christ." And then took a pack of chewing gum, gave me, and went, "Eat that. Do not speak to me." And I was like, "Okie doke."
Yeah, I mean, if that was a one-off for you, then you're
It
a
was.
way better person than I am. Because in my teens and 20s, I was a fucking terror with like I was working in a bowling alley, and my boss there, I think it's to a large extent my circle of friends are all fucking booze hounds. Like they love getting on it, and always have done. And so for me, it was always sort of, socially acceptable to go out until like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Oh yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
even if you got work the next day, like you just rock up with a hangover, and it's sort of like a funny thing. It's like, oh, I was out till like,
Yeah, I've definitely worked in industries where I'm just absolutely mullered like
yeah.
in the morning.
But I used to have this boss, and I was working in the bowling alley, and he was not like that at all. He just, for him, I don't know if you know people like this, where they say the word drunk. There's like a silent, like, there's a layer of judgment to it when they say the word drunk. It's like,
Yeah, like you made an error. No, I didn't.
yeah.
I knew I was getting
It's like,
fucked
why are you
up.
trying to
That's what's
fucking
happened.
heap shame on me? Like I had a good night. What the fuck? Like I would walk into the sales office, and he would go like, "Oh, morning, Aid," and I'd go, "Yeah, morning," and he would just be able to fucking tell. He was like a mind reader or so. Like he was like, I can always tell when you got hammered last night because like I can just
You
see
got
it in
like a
your
club
eyes.
stamp on your hand.
Yeah, no, just like he reckoned that I had sort of like watery eyes or something the next morning, but he was like, but he would. This is how he would say it. He would go like, "So did you get drunk last night? like not did you have a good night? Not oh, so were you and your mates going out getting hammered? Like so did you get drunk last? Like I'm like,
My mum, the opposite. She will do the excuses for me.
oh really?
Like if I go, "Oh, I just had a bit. I had a couple too many last night." Mum will be like, "Oh, well, did they have a wine you like?" And I went, "Yeah." And she'll go, "Oh, that makes sense then. That can happen."
Yeah, yeah.
She just makes any excuse. Like the night before, like someone was going, "You can't down a quarter of a pint of tequila." Yes, you can. My
Yeah.
mum's just making excuses. John's feeling a bit. He's feeling a bit. He's a bit delicate.
Did your
He'll be fine.
did your parents ever like were they honest with you about their alcohol intake?
I've totally true. I've my dad's 74 this year. I've never seen my dad drunk.
My parents like so my dad is actually basically the same as yours in a way. Like I've never seen him drunk ever, even on his when he got married the third time. He had a stag night of sorts, and we were all out getting hammered, so we bought him like double vodka Red Bulls because this was like fucking 15, 20 years ago or something, and
I remember. Yeah, 2002,
about that,
2003
yeah.
was smashed. Yeah, I know.
And he just sort of sipped it, and he wasn't really interested in it. And me and my brother were like
Fruit.
getting hammered, and so I've never seen him drunk. My mum, on the other hand, like the reason I ask about like were your parents honest with you about their alcohol, etc., is because my mum, and I've heard this from friends of mine, their mums, they come out with this shit when you're like 15, and your mum is like I don't know 45 or 47.
Yeah.
And then she's obviously fucking hammered because she's had like 2 bottles of wine and dancing and singing terribly along with whatever. Like, and then the next day you go like, so hangover, like because by that point you know what a hangover is. And then your mum says this. She goes, no, I was just tired. I was just. It's
Yeah,
like,
just tired.
you were tired, were you? That's why you were singing and fucking dancing on the chair.
But one of the first hangovers I ever saw was my own nan.
Right.
So my dad's mum at my cousin Ian's wedding, she got shit-faced on Harvey's Bristol Cream or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, man, it was all like North London. Do you want to have a sherry? And she went, oh, yeah, go on then, I'll have another one. And she got twatted. And the next day, she was so hungover, she didn't want to put her false teeth in. And she kept saying, someone put something in my drink last night. I thought, you fucking did. Yeah, you. Fucking sherry. And I said, Nan, you kept having sherry last night. And she was going, lies and evil.
That used to be the go-to excuse. Like I've had so many friends who have come out with that fucking nonsense where
My
like
fucking
they get
mate.
so hammered and then make a bit of a tit, and like we've all made a tit of ourselves
Yeah,
when
yeah,
we've been
absolutely.
pissed, right?
Yeah, just own it. That's
Yeah.
the key. Own it. Sure.
Take some fucking responsibility, right? Like it's like they'll I don't know, they'll get in an argument with someone or they'll think they lost their keys. And
Yeah.
then they're getting really angry, like, where the fuck are my keys? Why is nobody listening to me? Like, and then the next day they feel the shame, the post, the hangover, the post booze shame, and then suddenly it's like, I think somebody spiked my drink when we were in Fats Bar. Like, oh fucking really? Like there's not enough Rohypnol in this in the southeast for the number of people that have told me they've had their fucking drink spiked.